All right, fam, we're back, and I am Jennifer Tardy. I'm your career success coach, and in this video, I'm going to share with you when is the best time to put in your letter of resignation. Yes, this video is all about submitting your letter of resignation because now you've gotten this new job and you're trying to figure out when to tell your current boss. And make sure you stay tuned all the way through to the end of this video because I have a couple of bonus items that I do want to discuss with you and make sure that you know about. All right, so let's jump right in. So you're at the place now where you've gotten an offer from the new company and you're trying to figure out, when do I let my current boss know? One of the things that I always say is make sure that you first understand two things. One, the contingencies of your current offer of employment. So if they say that they need to do some checks on you, some checks by way of your education check, certification check, previous employment check, criminal background check, if they have to do all of that before it all seals the deal, then you may want to make sure that everything is all done before you submit your letter of resignation. Now, if you know that nothing is going to come back by way of a criminal check or a previous employment check or just anything that they're checking on you, then go ahead and submit your letter of resignation, but understand that you're doing it at your own risk. I've done it both ways before. I know that nothing is going to come back, but on the other hand, sometimes I just want to be safer than sorry. So make sure that you understand the contingencies of the offer letter. Some offers have no contingencies, and the moment that you sign that offer letter and submit it, then that job is yours. Now, another thing that I want you to do prior to submitting your letter of resignation, make sure that you talk to someone in human resources so that you have a clearer understanding of what penalties, and we'll call them penalties, you have by leaving the company. So this means better understand what happens to your benefits. Do your benefits get cut off on that day? Does it get cut off at the end of that month? How does that work? If you have any vacation time that's left over, how does that work? Is it a use it or lose it policy? Meaning once you leave the company, you can't get paid out for those vacation days. So, and there are other, things like any payback clauses. Maybe you've used the company's tuition reimbursement program and you have to be an employee for a certain period of time afterward, otherwise you have to pay money back. So you just want to make sure that you know about all of those things that may be penalties for you before you submit your letter of resignation. So once you have that cleared up, once you understand your contingencies, and one really, really important thing, make sure that you have also gone through your email, your files, whether they're electronic files or whether they're hard copy files, so that you already know and you already have saved those items that you want to have saved. And all of this needs to happen prior to submitting your letter of resignation because you probably don't know what's going to happen the moment that you tell your organization that you're going to leave. There are some organizations that will ask you to leave that day. Some will ask you to leave that moment. Some will allow you to submit a 2-week resignation or a 2-week notice, and that's completely acceptable. But you want to be prepared and you want to set yourself up in a positive way just in case any of these funny things happen to you. Now, I mentioned that I have another tip for you as well too, toward the end. Now, my tip for you is it's better to submit your resignation in person, and even though you're going to verbally share with your manager that you are submitting your letter of resignation and it's effective this date, you also want to follow up with a letter. So a letter, I typically put it in an envelope, but you don't have to put yours in the envelope, that you want to give to them after you submit your letter of resignation. And I also recommend that you do it that morning too. Don't wait around to the end of the day because you're just going to have your own anxiety around what could be. first thing in the morning allows your manager to be able to make the right phone calls and plan and get back to you at the end of the day if necessary. So like I said, make sure you do it in the morning, make sure you do it in person, and make sure that you follow up with an actual letter that you give to them as well too. So I hope that these tips helped you. I congratulate you for taking this chance on the next job opportunity, but we want to make sure that we're smart in our transition. As always, if you like this video, there are plenty of other videos. Just make sure that you subscribe to our YouTube channel or visit us on blackcareersuccess.com. As always, I'm Jennifer Tardy. I'm your career success coach, and I will see you back here again soon. Take care.